Okay, good afternoon, good day, one and all. Thank you
Good
for coming
afternoon.
on the my podcast show or video, right? So, my name is Steven, and with me on the call is Dr. Becky. And
Hello, good afternoon.
good afternoon. All right. So today we'll be talking a bit on the three tips to measure success and inspire productivity. And with me on the call also is Jifa, how are you? That's some of the blessings of working from home. All right.
Yes,
So we have three people on the call,
yes, yes,
myself, Jifa, and Dr. Becky. All right. So
yes.
we'll just go through, just give a rundown of what we've done before. So in this series, this is the seventh episode in the series. So the first episode was all about goals and targets, differentiating between goals and targets, what's different between goals and targets, and then we now talked about doing the math, right? Doing set your goal, set your target, to breaking it down to numbers, right? And then who do you need to achieve these goals, and what do you need to achieve these goals? What do you need to know to achieve these goals, right? And then execution, of course, execution is the main thing. We need to hit the ground running to get to these goals. We need to do something, do the things that you need to do to get to these goals. Right? Someone said to get paid, you need to do the things that other people are not willing to do to be able to get paid that high income, right? So you need to do the things that your competition is not ready to do, right? To be able to differentiate yourself to get to that high income level. And then we talked about the money formula, the AQ money formula, approach, attitude, and action. Right. All these we can get in all these we discussed in our previous videos and our previous podcasts. Right. So today we want to delve deep into the three tips to measure success and inspire productivity. Right. So essentially we're going to be talking about three tips to help inspire to measure success, one, and inspire productivity. So there's some measurement and there's some inspiration, right? So
Yes.
I'll just start it before I cede to Dr. Becky. So to measure, if you want to measure success, you need something to measure, right? If you want to know how far you've gone, you're supposed to measure how far you've gone. To do that, right? You need to have some form of data to be able to do
Yes.
that. Some form of data to be able to measure your success, right? And even inspire productivity, because it's through that measurement of success that you can inspire productivity, right? So because you know how far you've gone, and it usually gives a boost, right, to be able to achieve more, because you've done this much, then you believe that you can do much more, right? So
That's right.
statistics, right, is just the methodology of getting review or an analysis or to draw conclusions from a particular data. So you need these data to be able to make better informed decisions. And here we're talking about better informed business decisions, because business
Yes.
decisions are not made on emotions. If you make them on emotions or with your emotions, you are likely to get it wrong or make the wrong business decisions. But if you make them based on data, even if you make even if you have a bad outcome, at least you have data to prove or to show you why you made a bad
Bad.
decision, right? But if you do it on
Yes.
emotions, you cannot trace your steps back to know exactly where you went wrong, to that made you get to that bad decision and obviously that bad outcome, right? So statistics is very important, and then to even do statistics, you need to measure. You need to have data, so you must cultivate it in your company or your business to always keep data,
That's right.
measure it, so you can make um, better informed business decisions, right? So
Decisions.
I don't know if Dr. Becky has anything to add based on that before we move to the
Okay.
next phase.
Okay. I think you said it all. You said it
Yeah.
all. I mean, basically, data helps you
Could you speak
measure.
a bit louder?
Can you hear me now?
Okay,
Is
yeah,
it
better.
better?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, so I said you said it all. Data helps you measure. The only other point which is already inferred from what you said that I would like to bring out is that many times as business owners, you are not sure of, this is where you are going to.
Yeah.
You are not sure exactly where you are. Data also helps you identify where you are. So if you know, okay, my target for the year is $100,000.
Right.
And I've only been able to get $25,000 with a particular amount of effort or a particular amount of money or a particular number of tasks done. So you know that this is the task that got me this. So you can go back, sit down on it, if possible, refine what you've done, or if possible, get more resources, because now you've measured and you've seen that this amount of resources is what got me here. So to get my target, I need much more, or I need to fine tune it, or I need to cut down this. So, and that thing that measurement helps you do is identify where you are on your journey to your business goal. So that's
wow. Thank you for that insight. So we are going to, of course we have goals and targets, which is the basis of this series, the title of this series. This is the 7th episode in the series, right? So you are going somewhere, you have a vision, you have a goal, right? You have a target. So obviously data helps you to know where you're going to, helps you measure how far you've gone, and even helps you know exactly where you are, right? Because I need to know where I am. I need to have clarity on where I am to be able to know where I'm going to. So
that's without right. Data brings clarity.
Yeah, data will bring clarity. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Becky. All right. So we'll dive in straight into the 3 tips. So do you want to start with the knowing versus feeling?
Okay. Let me start with that. Okay. So knowing versus feeling is just basically many times
no problem.
Many times as business owners, there's a tendency, not all business owners are like this, but majority are like this, because most human beings like to hope for the best. There are very few people that are pessimistic. Most people are optimistic. They feel that their idea is the best. They feel that idea they can go to the moon and back with it. So many times they over expect. They are too optimistic. So, and the danger of being optimistic is that you will base it based on how you feel, not how it really is. Now, this is where measurement comes in. Okay, this is where measurement comes in. This is where it's very, very important that your data comes in. So, rather than you going based on how you feel, which can be misleading, it's very, very important to go with the facts on ground. Exactly how much do I have? Exactly how many resources do I need? Exactly, now that I've put these resources to use, what was the outcome? Is it what I expected? Why didn't it work? All those things, all those measurements are very, very important. And it's important you go with facts and not feeling, okay, and not optimism, which many business owners are optimistic because they are very much in love with their idea and their business. Okay, so you over to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Dr. Becky, for giving us.
I hope I was clear. I was clear.
Yes, it was clear. So knowing versus feeling. Knowing is based on facts. Feeling is based on emotions. And most people are optimistic with their business ideas. But the truth is that if you do not bring it down to data, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Because statistics or data, the measurement of this data helps you get through to make better business decisions, right? And so we'll drill down to the next one, which is inspect what you expect, right? So we are expecting a particular a particular outcome, right? So we're expecting a particular outcome when we have, for example, there's a weekly outcome, there's a daily target, there's a weekly outcome, a weekly target, there's a monthly target, right? So what we want, what we always want to do, right, is to make sure that before it inspect what you expect. So we have a weekly target of, let's say, $1,000 US or 10,000 US dollars, right? And there are different activities that must be done to be able to achieve that target, right? So what we do, right, we will do it in Ivan Consult. What we do is that we make sure that the daily target is always inspected. Yeah, the things that are supposed to do every day is always inspected, such that we're not caught on we can easily course correct, right, midweek or rather the second day before it gets to the end of the week. So we're able to course correct before, because there's something that we're expecting, a particular goal, a particular target that we're expecting, right? We're expecting to achieve something, an outcome. And so what we do is that we try to make sure that those daily targets are being met and are being catered to be able to reach those monthly, weekly targets, or even half yearly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly targets, right? So that's what we check. We check to be sure that those things are being done to be able to reach that particular weekly target or or monthly target, right? So you can also have a system that will help you do that. And then finally, the last one is rewards and protection. So statistics or data helps you with reward. So if you want to reward someone in your company, or you want to reward someone in your organization or in your team, it's good you base it on data, right? So you are not basing it on feeling, you are basing it on what has been done, what has been achieved, right, to be able to reward this particular person. And then for also protection, when probably your boss comes to you, or your colleague, right, wants to downplay what you have done, once you have kept your data correctly and right, you are able to show that this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing to bring this result. It protects you, right? Right. To inspire success, right? When you have data, you've kept data, and you've done so much. Like for example, you're supposed to do 50 calls a day or 500 calls a day. And you're able to do that 500 on Monday. It inspires you to go for Tuesday. And if you're able to do that, it inspires you to go to Wednesday. So that is how it inspires us, because little actions done daily is what gets the mega success or the big success, right? So so the three tips: knowing versus feeling, inspect what you expect, and then these statistics or data also help with reward and also protects you. So as a business owner, you need to have these. That is very important. You have data, so we can never stress or overemphasize the need for data. One, and then the need to measure this data. Need to also use this data for business decisions, right? And then inspect what you expect. Don't go by your feeling. Don't go by what you feel. Go by data. Make sure that whatever decisions you are doing are data driven, right? And then also it helps finally, right, to reward your colleague or reward yourself, and then also to protect you. It serves as a form of protection, because it shows what you can show, that you can show someone that this is what I have been doing, or your boss or your colleague, this is what I have been doing, right, to be able to get into these results, right? Okay. So I don't know if there's any last minute things that Dr. Becky would like to add, right, before we draw the curtain.
Okay, I think you are actually already touched on it. I wanted to talk about the rewards part. Okay. As in human beings, if you reward a particular behavior, it sends the message to other colleagues that, oh, this behavior was rewarded. So it will encourage that person to do more, and to encourage those that haven't been doing to emulate. Yes. Yeah. Likewise, the other side is that of opposite of reward is punishment. Whether a punishment is actually given or something is withheld, people will realize that there's a consequence for not taking this action. And it may not be a physical punishment, but let's say you have a target to meet a particular monetary goal, and you didn't meet that monetary goal, and there's something that you could have purchased, or a need you could have filled. The fact that you can't fill that need is a consequence of not meeting that goal. And it's good to let the person realize the consequences, even if you are not even a literal punishment, but they should realize that this is the consequence of not meeting this goal, and this is how it has affected you, so that next time they would they would work on it and make sure they actually carry out that.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Becky. So we've come to the end, and we would like to thank Dr. Becky and all our listeners for listening in. Right. So till next time, have a great day. Right. Thank you very much. Bye.